Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for checking in. Now, this is a very exciting paper. Keep tuned. Listen closely. All right, we have explanation and we have other videos coming up on the channel. So check out the other videos too. There are going to be explanations in some of them that are very important. All right, that can help you to answer your questions on your exams today. All right. So this is the Unit 2 2023 past paper. Keep. All right. Number one goes, the use of inorganic fertilizers causes environmental problems because these fertilizers, and the answer is B, they are quickly leached out in the soil by rain. What happened with these nutrients, guys? Because they are made in the factories, they are in high concentration. They're designed so that a small amount will be in large quantity, and so because of that, it is easy for it to leach. There's a large percent of fertilizer to be leached out. All right, number two. Which of the following is an important feature of ecological integrity in the practice of sustainable agriculture? Now the answer is C. The resources are used in a manner to minimize the loss of nutrients. Now guys, ecological integrity is speaking about the ecosystem. All right, so the one here. So for example, number one is speaking about the economic aspect of the farmers. B is still speaking about the individuals, the social integrity. D, the yield of the produce justifies the inputs. Of course, this is talking about the economy of the individuals as well. This C is the correct answer. It speaks about the environment. All right, number three. Which of the following factors is not a feature of sustainable agriculture? All right, guys, the answer is B. Of course, sustainable agriculture has three aspects of it. The social aspect, where humans should be comfortable and okay and healthy in the process. The economic viability of the individuals, are they making money or profits? And D, they should have ecological soundness, meaning safe on the environment. All right, number four. Agroforestry is best defined as any system which incorporates the planting of, and the answer is D, tree where animals are raised or crops grown. Number five, which of the following practices causes soil erosion? Of course, guys, that would be monoculture, because as you know, in monoculture, and a large amount of crops are planted on the land, and so in doing that, they have to clear the land of all plants that are there, plow that soil, and once the soil is plowed, it is easily washed away or blown away. Number six, which of the following is not associated with organic farming? Now the answer is soil salinization. The one that is associated with soil salinization would be the monoculture, because you'd plant one type of crop in large quantity and you'd have to use a large quantity of nutrient, and most of these nutrients that they would be using would be the inorganic, and most of those produce a lot of salts. But with organic farming, like your compost, chicken manure, rabbit manure, those you won't have a lot of soil salts. All right, number seven refers to the following diagram, which shows a commercial farm with a piece of equipment labeled X. So this is a pig farm, guys, and the waste, which they call slurry, all that defecation will go into a pit. The answer would be a digester. All right, so this pit, how they design it, the pig waste is very economical in converting into biogas. All right, so this pit they call it a digester because it has special microbes or microorganisms that will break this waste down to produce gas that you can use to cook on or even to convert to electricity. Yes, guys, these are very important information. Not only the pig manure can be used, but you can use it on a layer farm as well. All right, number eight, the gene for herbicide resistance can be applied to a wide range of crops. Benefit of adding this gene to a crop is a chemical weed control program. Is that the answer would be C? Is that only specific targeted weeds will be destroyed, guys, but the crop, remember, the gene is added to the crops, so the crops won't die because the crops have that gene. but the other weeds around the crop will die. Let me give you an example. Soya bean right now that is produced, it is genetically modified, guys. A fungus that has the herbicide resistant gene. That gene was taken from that fungus and placed in the soybean plants. Currently, that's what's going on. So what happened? Because soybean has that gene, the farmers can spray the soybean plant with herbicides like gramazone and Roundup, and it will not kill that soybean. But what happened? When they spray that weedicide, all the other weeds around the soybean crop will die, but the soybean crop won't die because the soybean has that gene inside of it. Alright guys, so that helps with weeding. All the other weeds that are prone to weedicide will die, but the soybeans won't die. Alright, number 9. Which of the following is most likely the direct result of a lack of genetic diversity in a food crop such as corn? The best answer is that it increases susceptibility to plant diseases. If one disease should come, those mangoes will die because they have the same genetic makeup. But if you allow the mangoes to produce from seeds, by sexual reproduction, we have a number of offspring that will be different from each other. So if disease kill one, then there are others to survive, or that may survive. All right, number 10. Which form of soil degradation may be resulting by capillary action? All right, guys. The answer would be waterlogging. So capillary action, guys, is that water moves up the soil when pores in the soil are very narrow, just like similar to when water moves up a straw. Water will move up a straw that has a very tiny hole than one that has a broad hole. So that's the principle of capillary action. So if water is moving up, guys, the best answer would be C. It would result more in waterlogging. All right, and then with waterlogging, acidification will come. And yeah, so the best answer would be C, waterlogging. All right, number 11. Sewage sludge would be unfit for use as fertilizer if it is contaminated with heavy metals. That would be the best answer right here, guys. Organic compound is good, phosphate is good, nitrate is good. These are nutrients. All right. Heavy metals like mercury, lead would be poisonous and cancerous. All right. Number 12. Land space is becoming less available for agriculture. To gain high yield in relatively small area, farmers should practice. Well, the best answer here, guys, would be B, polycropping, which they plant multiple crops. You can plant crops that grow tall, while you plant crops that grow very low. All right. The best answer would be polycropping, but if you had vertical farming here, that would be even better. Item 13 to 15 refer to the following information. A group of students are doing a study on hydroponics for their environmental science SBA. Their project aims to determine the effects of the amount of available nitrogen on the yield of lettuce, a greeny leafy crop. 5 small containers labeled A, B, C, and D, and E were set up seen as in the following figure. Each container had the same nutrient solution with the exception of nitrogen concentration. All right, so this graph down here, guys, is relating to this table here. So it says the weight of each complete lettuce plant, leaf, stem, and root was measured before the experiment started, and the container were placed in a school garden. After 4 weeks, the plants were removed, and the weight of the complete lettuce plant was again measured. The results of the experiment are illustrated in the following graph. So here we have change in the weight of the plant. So the way the plants grow. This is referring to the growth of the plant in weight, right? All right, so this is the trend. Goes up, reach a maximum when you have 100 milligram of the nitrogen solution, and then it starts to decrease. So that's a trend. Let's see what they said now. Which is an appropriate hypothesis for the experiment? All right, so that I guess would be, guys, the concentration of nitrogen in the nutrient solution will affect the final weight of lettuce plant. Yes, guys. Number 14, it says, which of the following would have been the manipulated variable for this experiment? It would be 2 only. Nitrogen concentration in the nutrient solution. All the other factors would remain. Number 15, what is the best conclusion that can be drawn from this experiment? The answer would be D. Some nitrogen is needed for growth, but too much is harmful to the lettuce. if the soil nutrient gets acidic, what will happen? The plants won't be able to take up the nutrients. So different plants have different soil pH in which it takes up nutrients. So if the soil pH is not right, the plants won't take up nutrients. So that's what happened here. Which of the following illustrate the term potential energy? Of course, guys, the answer would be a body due to its position. Number 17, pumping water from the turbines of an electricity generator plant into natural waterway is referred to as, of course, the answer is C, thermal pollution. What happened, guys? Turbine is working, so it will be hot. So the water there would be very hot. Now you pump that water into the natural waterways. Those water temperature will change. It will get hot also or warmer than usual. And that now is referred to as thermal pollution. Number 18, a photovoltaic cell converts light energy direct to electrical energy. So like your solar panels. If you know solar panels, that's how it works, guys. That's an example of photovoltaic cells. Number 19, which of the following factors would least likely affect energy use and supply in a country? Of course, guys, individual or solar. Number 20, an environmental hazard associated with the use of nuclear energy is the production of toxic waste, guys. That toxic waste, that material that is very toxic, is the plutonium. And what happened with the waste of nuclear energy is that it lasts very long in the environment for many years. All right, number 21, a joule is a unit measurement for, and the answer is energy. The unit for power is watt. The unit for mass is gram. The unit for density is meter cube or cubic meter. 22. Number 22 we said which of the following parts contain the electrolytes? So that would be here. Potassium. So this is potassium hydroxide here. So this is a alkaline fuel cell. So this fluid here will capture the ions, the oxygen ions passing through the liquid here. All right, and the oxygen will eventually join those oxygen ions here. All right, so 2 would be the electrode, the anode, sorry. 3 would be the cathode, and this would be the water molecule that is actually the fuel source for producing the electricity. Of course, guys, I said that water can be used to produce electricity. It's true. This is what is the principle that is used. Item 23 refers to the following figure, which shows per capita energy consumption in developed and developing countries in a certain year. All right. It said, which of the following countries are most likely to be P, Q, R, and S respectively? Of course, guys, the answer would be E, Canada, Mexico, India, and the United States. So countries that have the oil source will use more energy. So you know that fossil fuel is used to produce electricity. So like Trinidad is expected to use more fossil fuels or energy because they have the fossil fuel at home. So they will have more factories, more distillation plants. All right, they will make use of the fossil fuel. So countries like Canada and US, these countries that are more developed, more industry, more businesses, they will use more energy, more likely. 24. A house designed with windows to make maximum use of sunlight for heating is an example of the use of. All right, that would be passive solar energy, guys. So the opposite would be like active solar energy. An example would be like a photovoltaic cell. Those would be opposite. With passive solar energy, the energy is not stored. Once the sun come up, warm the building, the warmth is used immediately to warm the building. The energy is not stored up for later use in a battery. All right, item 25 refers to the following graph, which shows the change in oil production and demand over a period of time. At what point is the price of oil likely to be iced? And the answer is Z. Now remember, guys, when supply of a goods is low, the demand would be high. The price would be high. Remember, if everybody is producing mango, it's mango season, everybody is selling mango, that would be supply or production, right? The price would go down because everybody have mango selling. So if you don't want to sell me mango, if you're selling me mango too dear, for example, I'll go to somebody that is selling me cheaper because your mango, if you don't sell them off, they'll spoil because they have too much. On the other hand, guys, if you have small amount of mango, mango is scarce. I, the seller, can or bargain for a higher price, all right, because it's limited. So if you don't want to buy it, somebody might come and buy it because I have a small amount. So that's the principle. When the supply is small or production is small, the price will go up because the buyer can negotiate for a higher price at that time. 26, he said, item 26 refers to the following diagram, which shows a windmill that is used to generate electricity. The function of the part labeled 2 on the diagram is to convert, it would convert C guys, kinetic energy to electrical energy, because the wind here will turn the turbine, will turn the mill and the turbine. The turbine would now become kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy is now turning that generator, and the generator will produce electricity. So my best answer is C, guys. Alright, item 27 refers to the following diagram. So normally when electricity is being produced with fossil fuel in the company, at the company, guys, a lot of heat is produced. Now that heat is not converted to electricity. That heat is wasted. So instead of wasting the heat, the company use the heat to warm homes. Well, that's what the example is saying. But you know what? That principle would be used in like countries that have snow. They don't really do this at Jamaica. Alright, that now would be cogeneration, guys. The answer is B. Now, don't mix it up with combined cycle. No, a combined cycle, it would use back the heat to produce more electricity. That would be a combined cycle. So it would have a combined cycle would have, like, for example, 2 generators. So this heat would warm water again, and that warm water, the steam would use from that now to run a second generator. So instead of having 1 generator, you have 2. That would be a combined cycle, guys. So that's the difference. All right, 28. He said 28 refers to the following pie chart, which illustrate the use of various energy sources in 4 countries, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which country is most likely to produce long-lived hazardous waste? It is the nuclear power plant, the plutonium. This lasts very long in the environment, so it's not even suitable for the Caribbean. These countries, we don't have enough land space. So in case of an outbreak, that would be devastating for the Caribbean because all our countries are small and they are close to each other. So you can imagine. All right, so the answer would be 1A. It said item 29 refers to the following graph, which shows the world energy used by fuel type. So this is coal, it's going up. Natural gas is going up. Renewable energy is even going up higher here. Nuclear energy is going down. So I said the general trend shown in the graph is that the best one here is that the demand for renewable energy will continue to increase. This is the correct one. 30. Item 30 refers to the following graph showing the global electric vehicle stock for the period 2010 to 2020. In which of the following period did the greatest increase in electric car vehicle stock occur? So here you read off at about, alright, so this one read off about 1.8, and here read off about 3.4. The takeaway you get 1.6. So for this one, the takeaway you get 1.6. For this period here, it would be 3.4 there, and then here it would be 4.8. The takeaway 3.4 from 4.8 you would get, and 3 point it would be 1.4. The answer would be 2017 to 2018. So based on calculation, this would be the correct answer. Based on what we calculate here, this would be that. But that's how you would do the maths, guys. So you can recheck that at home. Alright, this is a bit blurry. Sorry about that, guys. This is how I got the paper. So some of these questions are repeated in paper 2020. So I'll drop that one soon, so you can watch it for the explanations for these that are blurred. But I'll answer these. All right, for 31 here, it says a mutagenic pollutant is one which, of course, guys, it will cause chromosomes alteration. So mutagenic has to deal with gene makeup of the organism. Once that is changed, that's mutagenic. All right. Number 32, we said the treaty negotiated in 1982 to establish a comprehensive set of rules to govern the ocean is called the law of the sea, guys. All right. Marpol speaks about pollution of the sea only, right? And that one is started in 1973. The first agreement was in 1973. All right, so you can study the rest. 33. It says the persistence of a pollutant is related to its ability to, the answer would be D, remain in the soil while slowly breaking down. So when a chemical is persistent, it means it's hard to break down, guys. So the answer would be D. Again, this question is on paper 2020. I'll drop that paper soon. Almost immediately after this. 34 said accelerated eutrophication in stream, lakes, and bays will result from the introduction of eutrophication has to do with increasing nutrients. So the only nutrient that is here, guys, would be the phosphate. All right, so the answer is B. All right, this answer up here now. This one would be A. It's on the paper 2020. All right, 36. It says an abandoned field was polluted by dumping of hazardous waste material. Which of the following is best ecological friendly way to clean up this site? Ecological friendly, guys, is bioremediation. This one uses microbes to clean up the site, the poison. All right, that would be C. 37. Some students carried out an experiment to determine which area of their school had the largest amount of suspended particle matter. 3 petri dishes were coated with petroleum jelly and secured an height 3 meters above the ground in 3 different areas of the school ground, as described in the table below. A 4th petri dish was coated with petroleum jelly and used as a control. The state of each petri dish at the end of the experiment is shown at these below. All right. Right. It says which dish would most likely be placed on the lawn? The answer would be C. It's not so, not a particle is not inside. All right, guys. Which dish would most likely have been placed indoor? It would be A. This one. This one, guys. You think this one would be placed on what? The field, the ball field, right? And this one would be your control. All right, 39 says the overuse of pesticide can result in accumulation and magnification in organisms. Which of the following statement is true? The answer is A. Magnification occurs only in animals. In this diagram, guys, it says the organism at T, which T is right here. All right, so this is in water. Right, these are zooplankton, and this here is fish. And surface runoff, so water runoff from the land into the river. T here, which is an organism, is eaten by zooplankton. So zooplankton are tiny animals. Phytoplanktons now are small plants. So normally zooplanktons normally eat phytoplanktons. Right? So phytoplanktons would be the producer. So they said the organism at T are, the answer would be B, phytoplanktons. Small plants like algae, etc. 41. A sample of water from a stream showed distinct cloudiness. This would most likely be total suspendable solids. 42. An old building may have been painted with paint not considered to be environmentally friendly. The main constituent of such paint that is considered hazardous is lead. Lead is the one that you find in paint. They have lead-based paint, guys. And you know lead is poisonous. 43. In 2017, a major oil spill occurred in Trinidad due to a failure of a tank holding bunker fuel. A wide area around the tank was contaminated and required remediation. An experiment was conducted to find out the effectiveness of 2 different bioremediation treatments in reducing the level of total petroleum hydrocarbon in the contaminated soil. TPH contaminated soil was collected and divided into 3 parts. 1 part received treatment A, 1 part received treatment B, and a 3rd part received treatment C. Treatment A and B contained different mixture of live bacteria designed to biodegrade TPH, while treatment C was a sterilization process designed to kill all of the bacteria present in the soil. The graph below showed the result of the remediation experiment. All right, so this is A. So A here, kill is very effective, guys. This one is very effective. This one is second. This one don't kill the bacteria. Once it kills it, once it get rid of the waste, guys, it will come down to the line. It will touch the line, almost touching the line. The line here would be 0. Right? So if it touch the line, you know that it kill they get rid of the germ. So that's how you would read it off. So what is the overall conclusion that can be drawn from this data concerning the treatment of the contaminated soil? So the answer will be A. A would be the most effective, this one. The result from treatment C indicates that the bacteria present in treatment A and B impacted the level of TPH in a contaminated soil by causing a reduction. So this bacteria showed that it was working causes a reduction. All right, but not as effective as A. C, the back, this did not work. And 45 guys said, in bioremedial experiment, a log phase during which there is little effect on the on the target contaminant is commonly observed. In this experiment, what was the duration of the log phase for treatment? B. So let's find B, guys. All right, this is the B line. So it didn't start work right here. See, it never really start work, guys. It's slow because that's a log. It's hardly working. Now then it start working very drastic right here. So the answer will be up to 6 weeks. 6 weeks, guys. So that is the end of the test, guys. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. I'll give more explanation video like this. I'll be dropping the 2020 soon. There are questions that I'll explain, so you can look out for that. And remember, we have Unit 1, Paper 1. So those guys, if you know persons that would be doing those exams, please share the videos to them. Thank you, guys. Peace out.